You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. We're going to tackle another near John Gruden-like situation here, only this time involving an ex-NFL player, an ex-member of the OU football team, who has been an Oklahoma City sports radio host. Well, it seems that words, once again, not actions, words, has gotten this gentleman canceled. And this is really going to break the narrative because the gentleman that got canceled is a black man. That's right. We didn't like how John Gruden got canceled because of words, not actions. And this gentleman got canceled, lost his job because of comments he made, and this is very important. He's a radio host. He was talking to somebody in the studio, and this was not, allegedly, according to him, this was not a hot mic situation. These comments, this recording, he is alleging was actually obtained illegally. Okay? We're setting dangerous precedents when it comes to cancel culture. Okay? And this time it is about Native Americans. He's talking about, in this private conversation, he's talking about the outrage around the Washington Redskins name. So, let's get to this. Oklahoma City sports radio host terminated after racist comments from 2016 off-air conversation gets leaked. Longtime sports radio host Sam Mays is out at Tyler Media's 107.7 The Franchise in Oklahoma City after an off-air conversation from 2016 containing racist comments was recently leaked. During a commercial break, Mays discussed Native Americans and the push for the Washington, D.C. NFL franchise to rebrand from their, quote, derogatory moniker. Keep in mind, this is a more left-leaning website. The 2016 recording features Mays and Tyler Media Promotions Director Carl Rice, who also hosts mornings on a sister station. Quote, what's the excuse for the natives that haven't been fighting to get this thing changed forever? Mays asked in a recording. In other words, where has all the outrage been for all these years up until 4 or 5 years ago when everybody started getting bent out of shape about the Redskins name? Where you been? Where you been all this time? Quote, they've been too drunk to organize, Rice answered. Mays responded with hashtag Lysol, to which Rice said hashtag gold spray paint out of the trash. And they're referring to huffing, as both hosts made references to huffing. There we go. Hashtag we are all going to lose our jobs one day. I mean, they're literally joking about the fact that one of these days this cancel culture is going to get people for conversations they have between themselves. Mays continued, prompting to Rice, one day these microphones will be left on. Shortly after the 2016 audio was leaked, Mays and Rice were both terminated by Tyler Media. Mays responded to his firing over the weekend with an audio statement claiming the 2016 conversation was, quote, from my understanding, obtained illegally. It was not a hot mic situation. And there's the gentleman right there, Sam Mays. During the audio statement, Mays said his question about the Washington football team's former name was not asked in a derogatory manner. Quote, I legitimately was curious what sparked the desire for change. My coworker then responded with distasteful, racially charged comments that I not only did not dispute, but made light of. The remarks that came next made me very uncomfortable. Quote, this recording is a perfect example of that all too often scenario that was sent to local media outlets with the intent to destroy my career, the host claims. Maybe it worked. At the end of the day, it's up to you, my followers. Mays expressed disappointment that he was not offered an opportunity to make amends after the 2016 racist conversation. As a person of color, I know all too well how damaging hate speech can be. I also know once we know better, we can do better. Mays spent 8 years with the franchise, joining the sports radio station for its launch in 2013. The longtime radio host, Oklahoma University alumni, and former NFL lineman filled a variety of time slots during his tenure, most recently working on the station's afternoon show. Okay, so look, even for the purposes of this video, I would guess Mr. Mays and myself would probably differ eye-to-eye ideology. I truly believe that. We probably would differ in that. Okay, but I don't think, and he's making a statement here saying this was leaked as part of a vendetta to cost me my job. Okay, well, what did we see with John Gruden? What did we see with John Gruden? First, we're going to release a racist email. Racist. Okay. Mark Davis did not fire or terminate John Gruden. Well, a few days go by. It seems somebody, not saying it was the NFL necessarily, but somebody was not satisfied with whatever happened with John Gruden. So they begin releasing follow-ups that pushed Mark Davis into a corner. Somebody was not happy that John Gruden did not lose his job. Well, this gentleman, look, it's a lot of the same characteristics as John Gruden's situation. Private conversation between two people, and I understand there's microphones there, but he made it very clear those mics weren't hot. Okay? But they stepped in, somebody did, grabbed the audio from a private conversation and leaked it. And that's the precedent I don't like, is the fact that they're talking about private conversations between people. And guess what? People say a lot of things in private, and that is their right to talk in private, and it should not be used against them in public, okay? That is cancel culture, okay? Regardless of whether this gentleman, Sam Mays, and myself would see eye to eye on our politics, it doesn't matter, okay? And once again, he's being accused of being a racist. Okay, he brought up one valid point in all of this. Where the hell was all the outrage for the Washington football team for years and years and years? And now there's not. Yeah, did he say some things that he probably shouldn't have said about Native Americans? Sure. But at the end of the day, did he really break any laws? I don't think he did. And once again, we're talking about words, not actions. And this guy is canceled. He doesn't know if he will ever get another radio job because of things he said in private to somebody else. Okay? Now, look, I'm going to be the first to say, is it real smart to say that kind of things into a room where microphones are? No. I worked for years in a corporate setting in which microphones were involved, and you damn sure better not say anything like that around any of those microphones. But at the end of the day, he's saying, no, those mics weren't hot. They were not hot. We also saw this kind of thing with Tom Brenneman, who worked for the Reds, broadcaster for MLB, and they canceled him too. That wasn't right either. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I just don't think people should be canceled over some words. I think it's crap. I think it's part of our society's weaknesses these days. We used to be thicker skinned than we are now. Sticks and stones, anybody? Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.